Want to sell your drum kit? It's really easy to sell your old drum equipment to us at Drumshack. We offer a hassle and haggle-free solution. All you need to do is follow these steps. Take some photos of your kit, upload to the Drumshack second-hand portal or send us an email. We then send you a quote. If you're happy with the offer and you're local, simply bring your kit into the store. If not, for a small fee, we'll arrange to pick up the goods. Oh yeah, don't forget your photo ID. We offer part exchange or cash for your goods. Job done. To find out how much your drum kit is worth, get in touch today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Drumshack at Home Edition, or we should rename it Drumshack in the Corridor Edition. With me, Marco, in my home clothes, and coming to you, bringing to you all the coolest drums and electronic stuff, things that you do in practice while we are all physically distancing, um, spread the curve, flatten the curve, help the NHS, which is doing an amazing job, even during this time. Is bank holiday, is the bank holiday weekend, is early May bank holiday weekend. For the people who are in London today, it would have been Notting Hill Carnival, and today we're going to bring to you some of the fattest groove that this thing can produce. Um, I'm I'm pretty sure we were blowing some speakers up while we were testing the audio for today's episode, and we don't want to do that. So if you want to dance and just going for it, crank the volume up. If you don't want to burst your PA, just maybe be sensible. Um, but if you have any questions, if you have any request, if you have any comment, anything that you want to say to us, anything comes into your mind, um, write it. The comment box down below is open. We are reading it. I've got the famous voice inside my head reading comment for me and giving me all the live happenings. So what we're doing today is another episode of this amazing Roland TD-17KVX. We're bringing it to you from my corridor right in your house. We're bringing the sound, we're bringing the quirks, we're bringing the up and downs, the pros and cons. And everything in between. Uh, Please let us know what you think, and we will try to answer all your questions. We've done a couple of other episodes in the past weeks on this kit, and we did beforehand. We did another amazing series on the Yamaha EAD10 module. For the one of you that have no idea what the EAD is a similar thing to this. It's just a brain, but it controls a trigger unit that goes on the top of the bass drum and has got condenser mics, and that picks up the sound of your drum kit if you are playing with an acoustic drum kit, or you can use it just for trigger, as I was doing, just trigger a silent kit. I converted a Tama Club Gem Mini, uh, very tiny, super discreet, super small, and very low footprint drum kit. Um, so if you fancy seeing some of that, if you missed it, you can go and catch it up from our YouTube channel. All our social will have those videos, so you can look up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can just Google Drum Shack, and I'm pretty sure it won't be very hard to find. And you can have a look at those videos. You can have a look at the conversion that I filmed. And you can have a look also at all the videos that we did beforehand in our studio in our shop in Clapham. Oh, oh my God. I think like my dad, Chabab, my dad said to move the microphone down. All right. Sorry, Dad. I know. I'm gonna send you a selfie. The right. Oh, the microphone stand. Yeah, cause like it was right in front of my face, wasn't it? Okay, no, I'm going to do a personal translation. Actually, no, it's like this is open to anybody. You can comment in English, potete commentare in italiano. You can comment in German. Maybe my girlfriend can help with that. Scusa papà che c'avevo il microfono, lo stand del microfono davanti alla faccia, l'ho tolto. All right. Once we've done with this, as I was saying, there's tons of material on our YouTube channel regarding all the demos and all the impression on new products. I can still remember one of the latest one that we did, which was on the Evans EC2 coated drum heads. If you know Evans, um, do you know the EC2 UV2? God, I'm still out of practice uh, with acoustic drums, but yeah, UV2. Those were coated drum heads with the new coating from Evans. Really cool. If you know me, you know that I'm not really into branding. I'm not comparing this brand to that other brand. I like sounds. So we did the comparison with another brand of double ply coated heads, and it's very interesting. And we did it on a super awesome drum kit, which is actually on a special deal on our website, if I'm not mistaken. Um, all our special deals for this weekend are even more special because there is a voucher going on. There is going to be coming up now, just here. I think like I can look at it just floating there, just like woo. With our super magic powers, we can give you eh, some extra savings for all of you with this voucher right here with this code. So look up for gear on our website. There's a massive selection of stuff. Um, there's all sorts of fun. There's a lot of gear for both like professional, less professional, beginners, big or smaller pockets, for someone that needs practicing at home, for someone that is lucky and has maybe like a studio in the garden, a shed with like, or has got like very cool neighbors. Um, so you can use acoustic drums. There's a bit for everybody. One of the main things that we did the series on the Yamaha EAD was to show that if you have an acoustic drum kit and you want to keep practicing without making a lot of noise, you can convert it using mesh heads. And there's mesh heads again for every pocket, from the Z single, double, and triple ply, which are amazing and rather inexpensive, all the way to the Roland and Remo and Evans and Pearl, the mesh heads. Um, there's a lot of choice. Same goes for the silent cymbals. I was using some silent cymbals on that kit, and they were pretty fun. I've recorded a couple of things. I was particularly happy with the sound of the hi hat. A lot of time, the hi hat is really dominant in mixes and rather annoying. But that was perfect. Is was 80% quieter than any other like standard acoustic ish kind of hi hats. So that was like breeze of fresh air. I really enjoyed it. If you have one of those, let us know what you think. If you have, I was using Zildjian L80s, but I know there are about at least three or four other companies that do that style of cymbals. If you have tried any of the other companies, let us know down below, and we'll make sure we'll test stuff for you and for everyone else. Another thing that we got asked last week was about the new Roland. I've got a note here, the VAD 503. And I did a little bit of research on that, and it's pretty awesome. Is a electronic drum that doesn't look like an electronic drum. Is built on wood shells, and it comes standard with mesh heads and the rubber ring on the actual rims of the drums. So it's pretty much ready to go. It comes equipped with different brain, obviously different price range. The 503, we got asked last week if we had any impression of it, and I was kind of falling from the sky, being like, the 503 comes with the TD-27, new TD-27 brain module from Roland. So I'm pretty sure that the quality of sound and ease of use must be amazing. We haven't tested the TD-27 yet because it literally came out right before storm hit planet Earth, and we didn't have time to test one. We had one or two, but they got sold even before we could look at them. So we are going to test them 110%. This will happen when things will go back to normal. So hopefully in a few weeks' time. I don't know. We will see. But definitely, if you're interested, do is subscribe to our channel and push the follow button. In that way, you will be notified when we upload anything else. Might that be another demo? Might that be some practicing stuff? I all can I say is just just follow the page. If you don't like it, it's fine. You can unfollow, you can unsubscribe, but you will never know if you don't subscribe in the first place what you're missing, because you're missing out. I think. Um, enough with talking. We did promise some fat grooves. I am stuck since a few hours now with this amazing kit number 47 from the Roland TD-17. I did nothing. Literally, I turned the big wheel on the front, got to kit 47, and all it says is 808. And if you are familiar with that number, you know what is going to hit you. Oh my god, this is this is one of my favorite patches ever. I love 808 sound. The Listen to that. This bass drum is so cool, and everything about this kit is so iconic. It's so iconic. You can play so many things, and they all sound like, oh, I've heard this before. I've heard this kick round. I've heard this tom sound. I've heard this snare sound. I've heard this. Is everywhere. It's everywhere. Everyone has been using them since the 808 pretty much came out. Mid 80s. I don't know exactly what year they came out, but they've been making waves since then, and it's still one of the most used electronic drum kit and drum sound patches in all sorts of iteration. This is like the pure 808 sound. On the original 808, you could also control the decay of the sound. So you could have a shorter kick drum, or you can have a longer kick drum, have longer tom tom sound, and so on and forth. You could also control the gain. Which is something that we can do on this module as well. Usually, for everyone that has been a Notting Hill Carnival, you know those PA how much they are suffering throughout the whole day. They get blasted at incredible volume. Everything sounds so distorted for so long that it just becomes the sound. It just becomes that sound. Um, so what I'm gonna try to do is try to replicate that by adding distortion. As we saw in the past weeks, you can have ambience and effects on all the drums. So, what we're going to do is we're going to add distortion to this kit. I am in the other menu. I'm going to go into multi effects. Then I'm going to change the effect type to um, filter plus drive. Ooh. Mm. Let's see what this does. Ooh. Wheel turning here because everything was on minus millions. Whoa, there we go. Yeah. Bring volumes to zero means that I'm going to send all the sound and the samples from each and every pad to my FX, and that is going to give us the desired effect. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it will. When I fail, I blame technology. Um, okay, we have got our Tom also done. I'm not gonna do the whole kit because that is gonna take me about the same length of this whole episode. Um, but this gives you a an idea on how much you can um, customize really the sound of your kit. So what is happening now? I've got distortion on kick, snare, tom one, and hi hat, which means everything else is not being touched. So that you can do it with any effects that is in there. Last time we saw some tape delay. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some other effects later on today. But for now, let's see what this does. So there's no, these have not been affected at all. but this definitely has on the hi hat. You can you can hear it on a long sound. Um, mm, mm. Forever with this, honestly. Maybe you've seen me fiddling with this. What I've done is I want I want to enjoy it. Is bank holiday for me as well. I would have usually gone to Notting Hill Carnival and played. But what I'm going to do is hit here. I've recorded the um I've recorded the groove that I just played. And I'm gonna show you what I did. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you the result. So maybe you will be hooked and you stick with us. And so on. I can then export this and play it on my computer, build a track on it, or loop it to infinity and beyond. Stick it on some powerful speakers into my neighbor's garden and have them dancing. Hopefully, they will like it. But this is pretty powerful. I only pushed a couple of buttons, and I've got my groove here. So what the unit allows you is to record pretty much anything, and you can then save it on your memo stick or just stream it to your laptop with the cable and save it, just like do a recording, and even the possibilities are endless. I was testing this earlier also with the click track because you can also do that, and I'm going to show you in a second what that does. Um, but I feel it is incredible. You just have these two button. If you're familiar with what um, is the usual icons on a recording software, you know that the circle is usually the recording button, and then you have next to it a triangle with a slash and a square. The triangle is usually used for play, and the square is usually or stands for stop. Um, and all I had to do, obviously now, this just records this record is temporary. You can't record and store unless you have a flash drive and you save it onto the flash drive. Um, if I don't want to do this, I can just delete it and play again. And I'm going to show you um, what they're doing. Um, so I'm going to delete this. Actually, just one last time. Yeah, that's fat. Cool. So delete, been deleted. So what you have now, if I'm in drum kit, there we go. We are where we were before. I hope you have possibility to see what is happening here. I am in the main menu and I just press the record button and it goes rec standby temporary. So it tells you all what I was saying before, that this is going to be a temporary recording, is going to just stay here until you do anything with it. So either export it or delete it. And as I was saying last time, is pretty straightforward. Everything you need to know is written here. Um, you have the triangle slash square to record start, and is also flashing in green, so you know that that is the button you need to press to start your recording. You have the target, which at this point is drums. You can go drums or all, and this means that you can target your recording only on your drum kit or for anything that is happening. So if you are playing a track, if you are streaming a track from your computer, or through the Bluetooth, anyways, if you're playing along a click, or if you're playing along one of the tracks in the module, you can target all of it or just the drums. And I had it set on drums, and I can then select the song or not the song, and I can mix the volume. So I can just select how am I going into it. And all this just comes down to, once I press the play and stop button, and there you have it. Is there, and you can do whatever you want with it. One thing that I was doing earlier is, if I am going to use it on a track, for instance, and I know the tempo of the track, or if I want to build a loop, maybe have a steady tempo on it, I can go on the click and I can just select the click, 125, let's see. Oh, actually, for this, a very chilled 94. So I've got my tempo. I go into recording mode, and again, I target only the drums. Actually, I'll target all, and uh, it's oh, voice in the head says that this is very loud. Let's see if I can turn this way 5 dB lower. Wonderful. So hopefully, if I bring my monitor level up, I'll be able to hear it and not humiliate myself because I can't hear the click, and I'll go out of the click, and that would be bad. 'Cause I'm supposed to be a drummer. There we go. So I've got the click going. I am in record mode. I'm just going to record a fat beat for whatever next composition I'm doing. So there we go. And there you have it. You can't hear the click, so that has been taken the off the track, so you don't have deafening. And that was it. Um, and that's pretty handy. So you can just run your click track, record your loop that you want to record, and then export it, import it in your DW or wherever you want. You can do this on the fly. You don't need to have your laptop. You can have inspiration everywhere and in any kind of situation. All you have to do is then save it. So I usually suggest to get if you are into production, anyways, to get a flash memory card. Just keep in there forever and ever, and just save stuff that you want to save. And in this way, you don't have to hook it up to sound card, open projects, and fiddle with anything because you can save anything and then import it later. Um, I'm going to get rid of all this distortion as much as I love it, and it's pretty easy. Um, distortion, not distortion. All you have to do is press the on button. Once you've set up your, I see it as kind of a layer. Um, imagine it if you are a guitar player or a bass player or like uh, anything that you can have kind of a boost to the signal. So you might want to have your standard 808 sound, and then for that song or that section, you just want to kick it up a notch, or you want to add like some spacey effects, uh, um, some tape delay, some reverb, some phasing, you name it. All you have to do is just poof, easy, easy. Really, really, really straightforward. 808. If you can name it, that has been done with the 808, do it in the comment button box. Comment button. Comment box. Let us know if you have if any song comes into your mind that was using any of these iconic sounds from the 808 Roland drum module. Let us know if this is out of script. If I can play the drum part, if I know the song and I can play the drum part, I'm gonna do it and you get a shout. Um, Another thing, I think like we've done. Oh no! Or actually, yes. I want to hear your bank holiday bangers, the one that you're dancing to today, and you're gonna play in your garden. or in your lounge with your mates, by yourself, dancing with your cats, just let us know. Just let us know because we are curious, and I might make a playlist with all the best bangers that you're gonna suggest. I'm gonna move on from the 808 because if you're familiar with old school sounds, you know that 808 can only call for 909. 909, which is pretty much everything that is EDM in the 90s. If you were born in the 90s, or if you lived the 90s, actually, yeah, if you lived through the 90s, you must have listened to you must have heard this groove with this exact sound on pretty much 95% on of the club tunes. There are still loads of club tunes using these exact sounds. Really popular drum machine back in late 80s, early 90s. Still get some use. A little bit less hip than the 808, but still incredibly relevant from a historic point of view and from a sound sound stand because a lot of bangers have been made with this. If you can name a banger for from the 90s, um, there's using the 909 sound, you get you get a virtual hug and kiss, and I don't know. I'm gonna play some paradiddles just for you. Um, But yeah, I mean, you can name pretty much any EDM song from the 90s, and you're probably right. Um, that's the 99. This kit has got probably some effect going on because got this flangy thing. I'm gonna try and see what is happening. In the meantime, you're welcome to have a break, but come back. We're gonna run an advert. Don't go anywhere. Look at the advert. There might be our voucher again that we were talking of earlier. So if you need a reminder, it's gonna be right here, right now, and I'll see you in 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. I'm just gonna go and grab a glass of Coca-Cola because it's refreshing and it's warm outside. See you in a second.
Want to sell your drum kit? It's really easy to sell your old drum equipment to us at Drumshack. We offer a hassle and haggle-free solution. All you need to do is follow these steps. Take some photos of your kit, upload to the Drumshack second-hand portal or send us an email. We then send you a quote. If you're happy with the offer and you're local, simply bring your kit into the store. If not, for a small fee, we'll arrange to pick up the goods. Oh yeah, don't forget your photo ID. We offer part exchange or cash for your goods. Job done. To find out how much your drum kit is worth, get in touch today.
And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our advert, and I hope you enjoyed your break. As promised, I had my glass of Coca Cola, and that feel all fizzy and refreshed. Obviously, Coca Cola Zero, because no sugar. Say no to sugar. Yeah. Um, if you were thinking of any tunes with the 808 or 909 down below, if you have any question, please just go on and let us know what you want what there what you want to ask. Um, what you want to ask to us, and we'll do our best to answer to you today. If we are not able to answer you today, um, we will answer to you next Saturday. And I think we spent quite enough um, on these 808 and 909 sounds. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go back and play some more of those because I absolutely love them. You can play everything. I mean, like even if, if you are born in year 2003 and you're just listening to grime and trap music, is those sounds the same sound that I've been going on for the last 30 years. That's how good the 808 is. And obviously, being a Roland product, it's been wonderfully sampled into this unit. Um, what I was going to do earlier, and we were saying that I would have used some or more of the effects, is I want to start a kit from scratch. So we can go and create a kit from absolutely nothing from a user kit 51, which is going to be the same as 52, 53. It's just like a standard, just a standard acoustic drum kit. And I'm going to go on, and because is May bank holiday, I am going to do a bit of a reggae dub um, party party kit out of it. Um, so, without further ado, sorry for my dad. I'm gonna move my microphone right in front of my face because I'm actually going to face away from the camera for this section of the video, and because I need to look at the module. Actually, yeah, I do. If you have any suggestion, if you have like any sound that comes into your mind, and you're like, "Oh, mate, can you make this happen?" I'll try. Um, First of all, we want a big kick drum, something driving. So I got into a sign. Ooh, this is still an acoustic sound called deep shell kick. And it sounds pretty good to me. Spig is fat. I want to. Another thing that you can do on this drum kit is you can dial the snare buzz. So how the sympathetic vibration of the shell make the snare drum, and in particular the snare wires, vibrate. There's no snare wires, there's no shell. It's an electronic drum kit, and the fact the Roland has actually thought about it and put a button right here in the middle of it. Um, Tells you how important is the actual sympathetic vibration within the sound of the drum kit, and how in depth the development of this product was from Roland. I'm talking too much, guys. Oh God, I'm short of breath. Let's make the drum do the talking. So, snare buzz is off, but I can dial in up to the point where it's like it's really wet. For this exercise, just want a little bit of it because we are into dance mode. Why not put some electronic sound on the kick drum as well? So I'm gonna add a electronic kick drum as a layer. Um, so what I'm gonna do? Ah, there we go. And I want this to be actually quite dry though. At this point, I've got like a big tail coming out of it because there's no muffling. So I'm gonna go, yeah, with the maximum amount of muffling. And actually, I want it to be tuned a little bit higher. This is pretty much what I want. We can also hear all the dynamic range of this kit, which has been sampled beautifully. Um, let's move on to the snare drum. On this one, actually, this this doesn't sound like a snare drum. But you can put a kick drum on this pad. Um, but in this case, yeah, maple piccolo. I want a quick sound, something that is resonant. I'm gonna leave it very open because I want the harmonic. Uh, I'm going to actually. I'm going to just hold it. And put. I want the harmonic to come out as much as possible, and mm, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna take the muffling completely off. I'm gonna tune it slightly higher, and for the rim, I'm going to assign a cross stick sound. Hmm. Something nice and fat. Think, yeah, cross stick string. Hmm. Oh, So, to have two sounds is, I don't know if you've seen, when I was hitting the head, I was getting the cross stick sound. Um, there is a button here where you have head and rim on, so you get a single sound with just the variation of having a rim shot. If you take that one off, then you're able to have two different sound. I want to have, instead than a tom tom, this sounds like a beautiful tom tom, but I actually want to have something very, very perfect. Um, Similar to like a concert tom, something like very dry, and I'm gonna do the same for the floor tom. So I'm going to go on this shallow, and I'm going to put a lot of muffling. And as a second tom, I actually don't need a second tom for this. I prefer to have um, a timbales. So I go into percussion, and from here I can choose. It's very sad. That is a timbale. Pretty happy with the sound of the hi-hat. Just want to make it a little bit smaller, because you can change the size of the hi-hat too. Make it quicker. So I'm gonna go for size 11. I'm pretty happy with the sound of all of this. I just want to change the rim sounds of the tom tom into something else. As we said, um, without the head and rim on, I can really choose the sound for both the trigger, the head trigger, and the rim trigger. So I'm going to change this and go again into percussions and change it to a cowbell. And this one, cowbell, I maybe want it to be a tambourine. So let's see where we are at. pretty happy with this. What I want to do to give it more of a dancehall, more of a rave vibe, if you want, is to go on and put some effects on it, and I'm gonna do it by again going into my multi effect from the other menu and go for a delay, and I want it to be actually in time with there we go. So we've got the delay. I'm going to go on with the tempo sync. To go on with actually going on quarter note triplets for this. So I'm gonna put it on. Leave all these other things just like this, and I'm going to put it on the hi-hat. And obviously on the head of Tom 2. Oh. We have it on the snare as well, and I'm going to take it off from Tom 1. It off from, I'm actually going to leave it on, I took it off from the cowbell, and I'm going to take it off from the floor tom as well. There we go. I'm not gonna bother with the cymbals. Might leave the cymbals there. And there we go. So if I put my click on, you can see how I get the quarter note triplet, and that goes on my At this point, I was playing half time, so I was actually using the metronome as eighth notes rather than quarter notes. Uh, the result doesn't change. Instead of having quarter notes triplet, I was having eighth notes triplet, um, and um, but you have the same effect, and this is great if you want to play some of those some of those songs that I'm pretty sure a lot of us, when we listen to some of the early Police stuff, we're like, how does it do that? Um, we then learned he was using a tape delay on his drum track, which was really cool. I mean, like another famous track that was played with tape delay. Bit different ratio. There was a little bit different repetitions. Um, it was a little bit the setup obviously was a little bit different. The bass drum sound was a little bit bigger, and the snare drum sound was a little bit bigger. We're talking obviously of John Bonham, um, but it was a trick that at that time, so we're talking like 70s really. Um, a lot of drummers were experimenting with that stuff. A lot of drummers already experimented with those things, and now you can experiment it with, as you've seen, just few push of a button and spin on the center wheel, and you have it. You have this amazing sound right in for you. Um, what what have we got? Have we got any question? Have we got any bangers? Anyone gave us? Okay. We've got a question. Um, that um is if electronic kit. I'm trying to phrase the question better. Um, well, the question was phrased really good, um, but I'm going to do my own thing. Just bear with me. If the electronic kits are good for recording as a practicing tool, or if in actual fact they are a viable option for recording rather than be only a practice tool. The answer is um, electronics are extremely good for recordings. In actual fact, I could see how a lot of producers would rather prefer an electronic drum kit over an acoustic drum kit, for a number of reasons, that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave something out because there's so many good reasons, but I'm gonna try to make a list now. First of all, you don't need treatment. You don't need a studio. You don't need a big room, and you don't need extreme good dampening, because drums are loud. Acoustic drums are incredibly loud, especially if you get um, a, a rock drummer in. Some session guys tend to smack their drums pretty hard as well. thinking of drummers like Kenny Aronoff, famous rock drummers. Um, if you get someone like that doing a session in your home studio, and you don't have like perfect isolation of your tracking room, you're gonna get a lot of noise complaints. um, this obviously doesn't happen with a electronic drum kit. That's why it's amazing for practice, because you don't really annoy anybody. It's not really loud. It's not um, overwhelming, and you can play it. I'm actually gonna show you one thing that I've done, because I've been playing this drum kit also not in extremely friendly hours. Um, this drum kit is extremely quiet, apart from the. Oh, I might want to take the effect off. There we go. Apart from the kick pad, especially if it's macked with a plastic beater, like now, it makes quite a bit of noise. It's not nothing um, nothing loud, but it sounds like someone is quietly clapping their hands. Which, if you do it for a couple of hours uh, uh, while you're practicing your favorite tunes, or your rudimental ritual, or anything, it might get someone a little bit upset. So, um, because Roland is very compatible and everything runs out of out of um, take out the jack, or out of quarter-inch um, jack cables, you can take this off and place it everywhere. Instead than using the actual Roland, you can change the beater to a Roland practice beater. I said that last time, and I reiterate that Roland makes a very nice softy beater to kill the noise. But I couldn't get hold of one. And I have plugged this, which is a old cat trigger, foot trigger, and literally took the cable out of the kick pad and put it on the cat foot trigger, and I had the kick drum straight away. Very easy, very simple. Another reason why Uh, another reason why it's great is because you can have pretty much every ambient, every drum kit, and you can tweak them. While with the standard drum kit, you're pretty much stuck with the sound that you have, which is great. You have a very organic sound. Acoustic drums will never be replaced by electronic drums. But wrapping up the concept, the electronic drums are way easier to approach for someone that hasn't got the means that to record an acoustic drum. We will go more, because this is a very good question. I thank you, Jay, for the question. Um, we can go way more in depth next time. I am going to groove a little bit more. I'm gonna go back to my beloved 808, and give you some more fat grooves. I think for today's gonna be all from me. Marco, from my infamous corridor, and for Drumshack at home, for today is all. I thank you so much for sticking by for watching this live stream. If you're watching this live, thank you. If you're watching this after the live is ended, thank you. Let us know what if you think, if you have any suggestion, if you have any comment, if you have any question. The comment box down below is open. I remind you that we have ah, an amazing voucher for this early May bank holiday weekend. So you get a little bit extra money off for any of your purchase. I remind you, our website is still open. We're still delivering. Um, so anything that you order from our website is going to be delivered to your home as soon as possible. If we have it in store, probably within 24 to 48 hours from purchase. Um, and and that's pretty much it. Thanks again. Keep washing your hands. Keep physically distancing for another little while. We're all in this together. Keep supporting NHS and all the primary and essential workers. Thank you so much for their work, because our society is still going on despite all of this, mainly because of their work. So, yeah, thanks to them. Put some bangers on, play some drums, and I shall see you very, very soon. Thank you, guys. I'll see you soon. Volume up. How can I play with my volume down?
Want to sell your drum kit? It's really easy to sell your old drum equipment to us at Drumshack. We offer a hassle and haggle-free solution. All you need to do is follow these steps. Take some photos of your kit, upload to the Drumshack second-hand portal or send us an email. We then send you a quote. If you're happy with the offer and you're local, simply bring your kit into the store. If not, for a small fee, we'll arrange to pick up the goods. Oh yeah, don't forget your photo ID. We offer part exchange or cash for your goods. Job done. To find out how much your drum kit is worth, get in touch today.
Right. No.